Hey, Facebook fam. Y'all, I am committed to finishing my 30-day live challenge. I believe today would be to day 25 of the challenge. And I am going to finish strong. I had a week where I had to tap out because your girl was not feeling well at all. And I had to honor my body. It was a mess, y'all. So I'm excited to just kind of come on, and today is going to be a real relaxed day and chat. I just finished a teaching inside of our complimentary group, the backstage with the KWI Collective right here on Facebook, and we talked about I have 10 tips to prepare your brand for 2024. And we talked about that. We talked about maybe 6 or 7 of those tips tonight, and we'll go over some more another day in preparation for 2024. So that was fun to just kind of get back in the saddle of speaking and being inside of the group and really teaching. So it was a lot of fun in there and teaching them just some tips and things to prepare for 2024. Now, listen, the thing about me is I'm really in a season, and I told you guys before, I'm in a season of pouring in and pouring out. And so today this will be my third year. I went to the Unstoppable Business Summit, hosted by Dr. Kelvin McCree and his staff, and it is always a blessing. It's a leadership summit. There are dignitaries all over. It was in Lakeland, all over the county that were actually there. The mayor of Lakeland was one of the presenters. The community vice president of community relations for Valley Bank, and some other people were there as core speakers. And I really said, sometimes when you're in a room like that, you really want to not just digest it, but really figure out with the things that they're saying, even if you have a smaller team, how you can begin to implement those things in your team and in your processes right now. So as they're talking, I'm writing my notes, but I'm also writing next to the concept how I can implement it now. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I don't really have a whole lot of time to be wasting. And I am going to go back and look at my notes, yes, but I wanted to have I'm in the mix, I'm in the flow of the atmosphere of creativity. Why not work on it as they're talking? So as they're talking, I'm kind of putting the strategies together and going forth. But it was really good. This was my third year actually attending the summit, and every year it just gets better. But every year I see myself growing as a leader. Every year I see where the spaces where I have room to grow, and the concepts around new things that I can do as a leader for my team. And I had a conversation with someone today, and I said, for me, I need people to realize that I have two customers. My team is no now. Yes, they are a part of what I am. We're a family and we're growing this thing together. Absolutely. But as the CEO founder of the organization, I have to look that I have two target areas or two target markets that I have to satisfy, which would be my employees, and then it would be our consumers and the people, our target market, right? So for me, yes, I have both, because I got to make sure that we're doing the things that help our employees to grow and love what they do, right? And then we also have to do that same thing over on the client relation side, which is why here at the KWI Collective, we are a relationship marketing firm. Our goal is to really help you understand and build the strategies of a relationship inside of your firm or your business, whether it's external or internal, because you have to build positive, structured relationships on both in both avenues to be successful. It just is what it is. Otherwise, you'll be a lone ranger out here doing this thing by yourself. And so inside of the our private group today, I decided to focus our content for the next couple of sessions really on preparing your marketing for 2024 in preparation for our mastermind. Just kind of giving them kind of skimming the surface of some of the things we're going to talk about and get deeper in the mastermind. And that's really what we were doing inside of the group today. And I realized again that, y'all, we spend so much time on our branding and in our copy, and I totally get it. It is so needed because those are assets that we need, but we don't put a lot of commitment into our strategy. And then with that, then we do things um, in an urgent matter, or we do things last resort type of things. And I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to have a solid business structure and plan all the way around, because when you do it that way, you won't get the results all the time that you're looking for. Sometimes you will, but let's say 85 to 90% of the time you may not, and so that's important to really look at. So today, inside of our complimentary group, now it is the Backstage Pass. I think I have the link here, but you can kind of look it up. You can actually Google it. Well, search the Backstage Pass with the KWI Collective. You can search on Facebook. It is a complimentary group. The requirements to get into this group are to answer the questions and hold yourself accountable in the group. Chat, engage inside of the group. But that's where I'm going to talk about all things marketing, PR, and media. All right. Though that's where I'll do teachings. Like we did a teaching tonight in preparation. I have 10 steps to preparing your marketing strategy for 2024. We went over like 7 of those steps tonight inside of the group. Those are things that, I want to be able to service those organizations and businesses who may not be prepared to have us as a firm to work directly one-on-one with you. I still want you to get the information. I still want you, to have the knowledge base. Now, of course, in this season, in that aspect, we're not doing it. You have to do the work, but I don't mind delving, Lord, I don't mind releasing the information to you guys to help you kind of really rethink marketing and really think marketing for your brand. Because I think that we have such construct definitions of what marketing is, and it's really not. It's probably a little bit more elevated and versed than what you actually think it is. And I want to be able to open your mind and open up the concept around really curating sound strategies within your marketing. So that's all. I kind of this today is day 25 of our 30-day live. I know the other day I posted, and I know I've been posting late and doing things. So I asked you to describe, if you scroll down, one word that you can give that describes me. If you did not see that post, please scroll down and answer that question. That just kind of helps me really just kind of see what you see and make sure that it's in alignment with what I want to present and who I want to show up as, and in alignment with who I actually am, and making sure that that it's all in alignment. So if you have seen that post where it asks you to give me one word that you would use to describe me. Now, I know I've done this before, and I know y'all probably like, she doing that again? We did it already. So the last time I did it, I know I had a whole lot of responses, and I still have that. But this one was connected to a challenge, and I wanted to still adhere to the rules of the challenge. So I posted, I know I had done one previously, not too long ago. So I still wanted to adhere to that. So if you could still answer those questions, that would be great, please, because I want to make sure that I'm sticking this process out. I really had to, in this season, you guys, it's really a time for me to overcome and just stick it through, because I was doing the 30-day live challenge, and literally I woke up last Monday and my throat, I felt like crap. Like I was like, I cannot do it. So I actually ended up taking the week. My body just was tired, and I had to listen to my body. Now, in another season, I would have definitely wholeheartedly stopped and not started back. Y'all would have got 22 lives from me or 21 lives, 21, 22 lives from me, and that would have been it. But I'm in a season of really pushing past my comfort zone, pushing past and actually finishing strong and pouring into myself, because I know that there's value in doing this. Whether I see it, the immediate results of the value right now or not, That's neither here nor there. The fact is I'm not going to quit. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to continue to press on. And that's why, my accountability partner, she has been amazing keeping me. She's like, look, hey, are you going? You want to go? You going live today? How's it going? And I'm like, nah, not today. I can't do it. And then she's giving me suggestions. She's been an amazing support in this process. But she can only do so much. It is up to me to find value in what I've said I would do, to be integral because I said I would do it, right? And to show up not only for myself but for you guys here as well. Because this is broadcasting live on two of my Facebook pages and our I was about to say our Netflix page. I guess we need to be on Netflix. Our YouTube page, right? So I have to be accountable for continuing to show up. And I think it's important that no matter what, no matter how, like when I was sick, I couldn't talk. It was hard for me to talk. And I just looked very tired and I was just exhausted. Like there was no way around it. And I really had to honor how I felt. Um, but now I'm feeling good and I'm not 100%. I'm still a little stuffy, but I'm showing up. You know what I'm saying? We're still going to show up and we're still going to do what we have to do. And I decided how are we going to teach people to overcome? How are we going to teach people to push and press? How are we going to teach people to do those things if we're not doing them ourselves? And a lot of times we do things in private and we're not accountable. We don't have accountability partners. We don't have groups that we're working with. So if we don't finish it, nobody knew about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put myself, I know how I am. I know I'm like, man, if I ain't finishing, I ain't tell nobody. So they ain't know anyway. So it is what it is. Well, I have to put myself in accountability groups. So, because that's just who I am. Like, that's just that I need it. Okay. Now, there are certain areas where I may not need accountability. And so I don't need an accountability for every area of business and everything that I do. But the areas that I know I need accountability in, I'm not afraid to go get it because I know I need it, especially if it's something that's going to move me forward in my career. And I'm going to need a little support. Okay. I need a little support to help me. And I was like last night, I was up until almost 4 a.m. working. And then I had to get up and be in Lakeland by like 7:45 or so. And then, coming from that, I had to come back and do some client work. So I'm exhausted tonight. So, and then I took a little nap because y'all know I'm gonna take a nap every day. I took a little nap and then I had to teach at 7 o'clock inside of our complimentary group here on Facebook. And I still had to be accountable for doing my live for today. You know what I'm saying? So I just am not at a place where I was on a call and they said, stop begging God and start believing him. And I'm like, how do I show God that I believe that I am who he says I am in this space? How do I do that? How do I show belief? By trust and action and showing up. Faith without works is dead, right? I have to show my faith, my belief through my faith, and through that, my faith through my works. And my works is showing up. And that's how I'm going to really allow him to see that I believe that I'm called to do what he has called me to do in this season, that I'm in the right place, doing the right thing, talking to the right people. But I can't do that if I don't show up. I can't do that if I'm inconsistent. I can't do that if I don't finish what I've started. And so I want you guys to really think about that. Like, but on the flip side of that, I'm still begging, Lord, please give me clients. Oh, Lord, please do this, Lord. I'm begging him for all these things of what I need. I'm talking to everybody else about what I need and my vision. But I don't believe him because I ain't doing it. I'm telling you what I don't want to do or what I don't feel like doing versus actually showing up and doing it. And that's how I had been for the past couple of years, to a certain extent. And so I was like, Kendra, you got to quit doing that. And when they said that I got to stop begging God and start believing him, it really just shook me. And it really cultivated what I'm doing here with pouring into myself and pouring back into others. So as you've seen all year, you've seen me post certifications. I've been pouring into myself all year, while I'm pouring into others, pouring from my overflow, pouring from my excess, pouring so that I am not depleted and that you are still filled. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a win-win. I'm not tired and you still getting filled. I'm full and you feel too. We both were out here full, working and doing what we're called to do. And that's the whole point. I'm not in a season where I want to do things for others and just be depleted within myself. That's crazy. Like, I don't want to live that life. I don't want to do that. It's not a joyous place for me. It's not a peaceful place for me, and I'm just not going to do it. So just as well as I am pouring out, I am getting poured back into. And so that's why you've been seeing me since August or September of last year talking about poor. If you start to research and Google and look at the hashtag, you can see I started talking about poor way last year, simply because that was where I knew I was going for 2023 and what God had called me to do. And he really said, this is what I want you to do. That was my word of the year. And now that word of the year has actually stuck into a brand pillar and component we're gonna ride this thing out, simply because of how effective it has been for me, and me taking that concept and really building out on it, and now being at a place where I'm ready to show others. Hey, Elijah. Hey, love. How are you? And so that's pretty much where I'm at, y'all. I wanted to come on and I wanted to finish my day with the 30-day live challenge. I'll actually post when they release the information for the next challenge that's coming out. I know she's planning on doing it again. I would definitely join, because it really has been a great it's been a great community to hold me accountable, to showing up, and to also help me to kind of really map out where we're going as it relates to video, for 2024. So, all right, guys, I definitely hope that you guys continue to have an amazing evening. I'm gonna try to I told you I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up early and be in Lakeland by 7:45 this morning. So I am tired. Where's hey Val, the private group? If you I'll post the link in here. Let me put it here. It's you can't. I don't know if you'll be able to copy that or do whatever. But if you look up Backstage with the KWI Collective, in Facebook, but once I get off of here, it'll allow me to actually post the links in the comments. So I'll tag you in that as well. But you may be able to Google and find it. It is a complimentary group. Let me just kind of give y'all a little bit of feedback on that group. So it is a complimentary group where I talk about all things marketing, PR, and media. But inside of that group, we do have an elevated experience where if you're ready to dig a little bit deeper and you don't have the financial structure to hire us, my firm, as your marketing, PR, and media firm, you can go into our membership platform and we'll work with you and a group of people and kind of developing your marketing, PR, and media strategies to a deeper level, so that you found it good. So answer the questions, Val. Make sure you answer all the questions, because my team has been instructed that if they do not answer the questions, they can't get in, because you got to at least answer the questions to get in there. Thank you. I'm good. Oh, Elijah said, thank you. I'm good. Thank you for being a model of what trusting God looks like. Love you, sis. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, love. So, all right, guys. I definitely hope that this has helped you just to kind of think about where you are and really what you want to be doing. When I told you, they told us to stop begging God and start believing Him. I was like, let me quit begging. And I had to start looking at things a little bit differently in this season of my life. So, guys, you set the tone for your day, year, and life. Make it a great one. I'll see you guys tomorrow.